Hey guys, this is Luke again, and welcome back to the tier list again. Thought I would never do these ever again, but we've got one gigantic one that I need to do. Every single Ninjago episode, or at least I'll do it in parts. All right, I'll do it in parts, and then once we get to the season 11, I can show you. I'll post the two final copies. I could post the two final copies of the tier list episodes onto my Instagram and onto my Twitter accounts. So we're gonna start off with pilots, Marchinioni, and Rebooted. We're gonna do the shorter seasons today. Okay. So first off, we have Way. Oh, that's not Way of the Ninja. Sorry. Way of the Ninja. This was a very good opening for the series. We got to see Kai, we got to see Nia, we got to see everyone, and this is when those simpler times were, simple. We got to see, the whole Kai testing thing and the whole fail, which was funny. And then we got to see Kai's evolution from the blacksmith to the ninja. And we did see the others, Jay, Cole, and Zane. We also saw, their new colors. And we also saw them get the first weapon, the Scythe of Quakes, even though Wu gets mad at them for almost no reason. It was a somewhat good reason, but was it a good reason? I don't know. I feel, and that's what prevented this episode to go to A, so it'll be in B. Now, King of Shadows. King of Shadows is a good end to the pilot season. I wish the pilot season was longer. It should have been 6 episodes at least. Then we saw what Sensei Wu shake what his mama gave ya, even though he never had a mother. We did see Kai versus Shadow Garmadon. The first tornado of creation, the first of only 4, sadly. But it was epic as hell, and we saw the whole Garmadon's monologue. I definitely prefer this over Way the Ninja. Not saying Way the Ninja is bad, but King of Shadows goes into A. So next is March of the Oni. Where is 95? 95. Where are you? Okay. Why are you all the way down here? Why are you all the way down here? Marchinioni. Into the Dark, or The Darkness Comes. Sorry, not Into the Darkness. The Darkness Comes has a pretty much a no shit Sherlock title. But I did love the debut of the Oni. It debuted in pretty much the best way possible. It's just that this episode was sort of slow here and there. But it was okay since, it was the first episode. Things tend to be a bit slow in the premiere. So I did like this episode. This episode is pretty good. Not the best premiere, but definitely nowhere near the worst premiere of Ninjago's history. So I think The Darkness Comes will be a C episode, and then we get Into the Breach. Which is pretty. I think Into the Breach is pretty good. Love the debut of the Omega, and there were some scenes, and I just loved how we saw Cyrus Borg even looking petrified. It just looked scary, and oh my gosh, the tension went from 10 to 1,000 that quickly in these 2 episodes. So I really love these scenes, and it's just amazing. So I'm definitely gonna put it in the B or A. I think B. It might be an A, almost an A worthy. I think it might actually be an A worthy. Yeah, it is A worthy. Sorry, but the fall has to go up here to S. has to go up here to S. I love this episode. The Cole's fall is magnificently executed. The music in the background, how there's just no dialogue heard, no audible dialogue, it's just silence. It perfectly captures the moment where the moment is so shocking that even sound can't process it. And the end where it shows Cole is actually alive when he moved his face a little bit, but a lot of people, when we thought at first glance, thought it was the only picking at his dead body, which that would have been that was scary as hell. Sad that didn't happen, but still, what we got, the ending was still good nonetheless. So fall goes into S tier, and then endings. This one's controversial. My friend Ninja Man 285, I almost said his name. Almost. Sorry. My friend Ninja Man 285 absolutely despises this episode. I have no idea why. He hasn't given me an explanation. He told me he was going to give me one, but I am not sure. This episode, yeah, it didn't end. There were some rushed things about it. Like, I do think there are some rushed things about it, but it's not as prominent as people say it is. Garmago, it was funny. It looks ugly as fuck, but yeah. And to be honest, the Oni getting beaten by the tornado creation makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense to me. And yes, I know the Oni were so hyped. They were supposed to be the ultimate evil yet again. But that's not really to blame on the Oni themselves. It's really to blame on, time constraint and the writers saying for a 4-episode season. That's not really on the blame of the characters. But then Lloyd isn't in the first Benjitsu Master was crazy, surreal. We heard his voice for like the second time in the series, only the second time. And then we thought Lloyd was dead, and he actually lives. And then it ended pretty much the best way possible in the end, and the dedication to one of their members who unfortunately passed away. So this episode is not terrible, but it's not legendary. I'll say that, because there are some rush things about it. So I will put it in B. That's how good March and the Oni is. The worst episode isn't even that bad. It just got better it got better, way better, and then a little worse. It got better, and then a little bit worse. Okay. Now we go on to Rebooted. Let me try and find the surge. Surge. There it is. This episode's actually pretty good. Yeah, the whole ninja being teachers thing is sort of weird. Especially when, how the hell did they even get the jobs for it when they're at their age? Because we need ninja ages in the show. Then so this was a pretty good premiere. We saw the debut of Pixel, and I really like her as a character. I don't know why she gets hate, to be honest. I heard it was because she's just there as a love interest to Zane, which is part of it, but not really. She sort of expanded from that onwards. She become a full-fledged member of the team now. And it was pretty good. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either. So I would put it at B. Then the Art of the Silent Fist, if I could find it, that's 30, 29, 28. Art of the Silent Fist. I like this episode. This episode's pretty good. we got to see Sensei Garmadon for the first time, along with, the whole planting the seeds for the Pixane relationship, them turning off the power, and then, Pixel not regaining power. But if that's the case, wouldn't Zane also lose power? But so that sort of needs some explanation. But I thought this was a pretty good episode. A little bit worse than The Surge, but not too much worse. So, OC. Then Blackout. This, in my opinion, is the worst rebooted episode. Mostly due to the, whole love triangle conflict that happened in this episode. But that wasn't even the main priority of the episode. And it had, the ninja just go, Jay and Cole go, which is kind of hilarious, but kind of stupid at the same time. And I like how Nia and I hate how Nia just was like, which one do I choose? Which one do I choose? Like, just pick one. Just pick one. I don't care. And she never says which one she cut. She never says that unless she cut both at the same time. I don't know. So this episode isn't a D tier, but it's like a C minus. It's like C minus tier. This is C plus. This is C minus. So then we have 30. 30. Where was 30? Oh, The Curse of the Golden Master, which I like this episode. We got to see the tale of the Golden Master, which was a pretty good tale. And then we saw the Ninjroids enter through the Serpentine Tombs, or the underground, I should say. And then they were fighting them off, and it's just awesome. It was good. This is around a mid C tier, I think. Maybe up to B minus tier, but I'd say mid C tier. 31. Where is it? 31. Enter the Digiverse. Oh my god, this episode is freaking amazing. The Digiverse, awesome. It's just plain awesome. And I like how it contributed like 4 different plot points at the same time, which is very hard to do. That's why I think one of the reasons why I think Rebooted is better than Hunted, because it managed 4 different plot points in one episode, and it executed it so much better than Hunted with its double plot storyline that had it throughout the entire season. It was just better executed. And it was just amazing to see, and man, I'm not sure if I want to put it in S or A. I'm going to say A. Then we have Codename Arcturus, which it was a very mysterious episode, and I like it. I like how it's so mysterious sounding. We got to see, Kai go on the whole X1 rider chase, flirting with a girl, and him nearly dying above a jet fuel tanker. And, then the ending is very good, where the ninja go into space and stuff. And it's very cool. It's a very cool episode. But I like the whole mystery element to what is Project Arcturus and stuff like that. So that propels it to B+. The Void. A lot of people don't really like The Void because of it, quote, it has no place in the season, or it doesn't make sense. Which I could definitely see that, but it's cool to see it in space. I was into space back then. Not as much now, but I was into it back then, back in the day. And I really liked space. And it was so cool that they were doing this in Rebooted, and that makes me love the episode even more. And this is not really the fault of the Void; it's more the fault of the Titanium Ninja. But they really solved the issue of what happened in the final moments of this episode in like 5 minutes. So this episode is very surreal because of where it is, and just them fighting up in space is just so cool. And it doesn't deserve S tier, but it definitely deserves A tier. But then we get to this baby right here. Titanium Ninja. Oh my god, this episode's fucking legendary. It's the stuff of fucking legend. I don't even have to say it. Yeah, it definitely deserves S tier. Zane's sacrifice. How could it not be in there? Yeah, the beginning of the episode was a little bit cheeky, but past that point, it was awesome. And it all culminated in pretty much the saddest moment in the entire show's history. And we'll never see something like that ever again. We'll never see something even close, even remotely close to that ever again. And it gave me nightmares because I loved Zane so much. But that is going to be it. These are my results as for right now. No episodes are into D, F, or can't remember, which shows you how good the show can be at its height. Marchidione, even though it's a split season, may have only 4 episodes, but even the worst episode isn't that bad. Same thing goes with Rebooted. The worst episodes were these 3 down here, but they weren't bad. They weren't bad at all. But they could reach ungodly tiers of goodness with The Fall and Titanium Ninja. But these are not the only episodes that will ever reach S. I have some more planned that are going to be in legendary status. So can't wait for that. So next time I will do season 1. My pick of the perfect season. So expect a lot of A, B, and S tier episodes onto this. So, but anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel by clicking on that red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see you folks in the next video. Bye bye.